Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Final Third. Today, I'll be your host, Lavish, Oluwashemilore. You know how we do this, Kante's cousin. And I got Banks here. Come on. Yeah. So cool. You don't have anything else to say about come on?
Nah, man. That's you know my style already, man.
Gameweek 32. Gameweek 32. An interesting game week. I feel like with this week, the level of football stepped up. It was more enticing, exciting. Let's start off with champions versus the ex-champions. Shock result, really. 4-0, City beat the current champions. But Banksy, let me firstly ask you this. How much of the result are we going to attribute to City's brilliance or Liverpool's flaws?
We're gonna have to attribute some of the result to Liverpool being a bit hungover. Like we're gonna have to they were on the piss. Just a tad.
Just a tad.
We accept that. But
so what's your percentages? Like 60-40?
City played some great stuff that match, but some of Liverpool's best players, like some of their most reliable players, Mane's, the Robertsons, they just didn't turn up at all. Like it felt like it was a step slow. There was a couple times in the box where he was just a step behind. I remember one time in the box when he could have gone onto a free ball, but it ran onto Edison. Another time after Salah hit the post, it bounced off him for a goal kick. Don't really expect those sort of things of Mane, so it just wasn't that bit sharper. So obviously a bit of it will go to, I say about 40% maybe, would go to Liverpool players, their best players being not that bit sharper, but City did play some great stuff. Foden, we spoke about Foden before on this platform, what a talent he is, and the fact that Guardiola needs to give him the minutes that he deserves. Chevy, we're not even going to bring up what you said because, certain man weren't taking him, but that's a whole different story. He's getting the minutes under... Huh? No, let me finish. He's getting the minutes under Guardiola now, and some of the link-up play that you see him doing, it just shows the talent that he has. It shows the talent. You see him play the 1-2s with Kevin De Bruyne. You see him just linking up, just really showing the maturity in his years, in the way that he plays football. It's impressive. Go through.
It's my turn now. Perfect. Right.
Yeah, roll through.
Let's go back from the start. I believe it's 70-30. So 70% Liverpool's flaws and 30% City playing well. Why I say that is because 4 of those, I'll say 3 of the 4 goals do not happen if Liverpool are playing at the remaining 31 games. Liverpool, legit. I'll stick by limit and say the remaining 31 games, the past 31 games, Liverpool do not concede 3 of those goals. The first goal, the first goal. Let me land. I'll let you go off. The first goal, the first goal was Sterling versus Joe Gomez, which is from the past. They have a bit of history, but Joe Gomez didn't need to be handling Sterling like that. He's just it all comes down to them not being up to scratch. They're just not being as sharp, because I do believe, they actually did go. They've been partying for the last couple of days. They didn't train. They weren't ready, literally, because Joe Gomez doesn't need to hold Sterling like that, and he wouldn't normally hold him for that long. It's a tactic to be able to hold, let go, because you hold him for that long, you give away a penalty. So that's the first goal, which is just an individual mistake by Joe Gomez doesn't make. The second and third goal, it's very easy to highlight Robertson, and for me, it's just very easy to scapegoat Robertson, and it's not fair. The midfield 3, Wijnaldum, who's my guy, I have to hang you out to dry here. You were missing the whole 90 minutes. You weren't playing. You might as well have not come. Wijnaldum is out of... Trent, firstly, on the second goal is out of position because it's a counter-attack, if I remember. The second goal is where Sterling scored, right? It's a counter-attack or a semi-counter-attack. Trent's out of position, and Man City were literally narrow predominantly the whole game. That's why they were saying Robertson didn't know whether to go in and out. But I'm not having that as an excuse, because they can deal with this. If you play narrow against Liverpool, you get punished because they stay wide and they punish you when they're on the ball. So you feel like you can't play narrow. You're caught in 2 minds. But they weren't caught in 2 minds, because Liverpool going forward, nothing was there from the width. The width they normally offered, it wasn't there.
In fact, I won't say nothing was there, because they did have a few moments. But as Klopp said, Klopp just gets so emotional during these times. So emotional when he loses. Like, he ain't lost the lot this year, but when he does, like, it touches him. Like, you can't say that to him. He's gonna bite back at you. But Yeah, so especially in transition, I pick out Foden and KDB especially. They were getting into those positions behind the midfield, in front of the defense, where they could just feed the ball right into Sterling, feed the ball right into Jesus. It was, as I say, I pick out those two especially because they picking out those positions. It made it so easy, especially in transition. And you see that with the penalty, not only the penalty, but also Sterling's goal. It was so easy for them.
Yeah. I think the issue. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you up until the point of it was in transition. That was Liverpool's issue, and that's just due. I believe that's due to sharpness. That's due to them just not being as like fit. I wouldn't say fit, but yeah, sharp more so. But let's not lie. Foden had a great game. Now, for his level, yeah, Foden had a great game. He doesn't get a lot of minutes. He had a great game, but like I said, 70% Liverpool. You're not doing that against a fit Liverpool. For me, you're not. Robertson is one of the most disciplined and best defenders in the league. Yeah, he had faults defensively. I haven't seen that I don't think that's probably Robertson's worst game. I've not seen that before in Robertson.
Yeah, I agree. That's Robertson's worst game. But you still have to show. You still, as a 19-year-old, you still have to show up. You still have to make yourself accountable.
He was bold.
Others wouldn't do that.
Yeah, he was.
And we've seen in a couple matches before this one as well. He's not afraid of this level. He's comfortable at this level. He's comfortable at this level.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Yeah. Okay. So you feel like do you believe? This is a bit of a clickbaity question. Do you believe we're witnessing something special with Foden and KDB? And do you think they'll play? Do you think firstly Foden's going to stay on the right, or do you think he's going to come in centre mid and we're going to see something special for the next City phase?
His home's definitely in that number 8, number 10 position. I don't envision him staying. It's similar to Mason Greenwood right now. It's ideal for him to be out on the right. Chill, like we've got to speak about star boys in the same sentence. We've got to do that. You see them out on the right now, but the home's definitely in the middle. And again, don't look at me like that, Chevy. We talk about star boys in the same sentence. You know this. I'd put Saka there as well. Maybe not in the exact same sentence, but maybe the sentence after. You get it. But like, Foden's home is definitely going to be in that number 10 role or number 8 role long term, and being able to see them two link. Chemi, you got to stop looking at me like that.
How did we get on to Mason Greenwood and Foden being...
I just have to drop him in there real quick.
You already nullified the seriousness of the question by bringing up Mason Greenwood.
Man. It even became serious. It even became more serious. Look, the fact of the matter is, Foden's home is going to be in the number 10 position. It's going to be there, or in the number 8 position, especially in this Guardiola system.
Okay.
And he's just going to be so comfortable there, linking up with great players like KDB. You can definitely see a future in that.
Okay. So you believe he's going to be in the... So you believe he's going to be in the 3 in the middle, yeah? Whether it's Gundogan, KDB and Foden, or Rodri.
Another combination.
Yeah, but you believe... Honestly, I believe, I don't know, maybe it's a culture at City that if you're like a talisman in the middle, if you end up there, you have to start by playing right wing. I believe Bernardo's going to come in the middle, Foden's going to go on the right now. And they're going to, and occasionally in games, they'll change it where he might play on the right, but he might play inwards on the right. But I don't believe he's going to be starting in the middle. I believe he's going to start.
I can't see him keeping him to the right wing long term, because especially they're gonna have to buy a replacement for Sané. That's another winger that's likely or another forward that's gonna likely come in and take up space on that.
On the centre back this season, I think so.
Definitely.
But
definitely.
Let's.
Guardiola's already said he needs to rebuild.
I hate that word right now because as an Arsenal, that's the name of our group chat. It used to be hybrid. We've changed it to rebuild. But yeah, let's go on to the other shock. So we saw West Ham versus Chelsea. West Ham were at home. They had a goal disallowed to put them 1-0 up, I believe. Or was it 1-1? No, put them 1-0 up. And they still managed to win the game 3-2. And Chelsea, who's been on very good form, and to be better form than United, some would say, that goes and happens. What do you feel like? What was the reason of that like?
Where do we start? You look at Chelsea defending set pieces, and it's the same old problem. I'm looking at I was looking at Azpilicueta trying to man mark, and he was not looking at the ball. This is for the goal that was disallowed initially for West Ham. I was looking at him trying to defend that set piece, and he was not looking at the ball at all. He was digging his head in, trying to get
Aspilicueta believes being a good defender. He's still stuck in that phase of like being a good defender means you've got to be rough. And for me, that doesn't hold weight anymore, because a lot of the Aspilicueta's faults is the fact that he's trying to get physical with people who are faster or like who are already gone. So more time he's trying to catch a man that's literally left them in the dust, or he's trying to engage too much in the physical battle and just defend. You get?
That's it. And there's no organization. There's no organization when it comes to Chelsea set pieces. There's no dominant leader who's going to take control of that situation. And you see that throughout the season. And he's too small. Like you see the when he's you see when they're defending the set pieces.
You got the mood lights on.
Don't ask me what just happened there, fam. But again, it's the matching up at set pieces. You can't just blame it. I'm not going to blame on them Chelsea being small, because that's not an excuse. It's not an excuse throughout the whole season.
Yeah, true.
You can't be bad at set pieces and blame it, we're a bit smaller than average. That's not it. Rudiger, Christensen, one of them has to grow up and become a leader if they're going to be the focal point of this.
They've got 4 centre-backs, and the thing is, we can't highlight a leader out of the 4. Fikayo,
not one.
Rudiger, Christensen, and Zuma. We can't highlight the leader out of the 4. Did they go and get another one?
None of them have stepped up. None of them have stepped up this season. Tomori, he's still young, so you're not gonna you'd like to think he could step up, but you're not putting that on him. Rudiger, experienced international, and he was dog walked.
He's 22.
Huh? 22. You're like, I'm not gonna expect him to be leading the defense when you've got internationals such as Rudiger, Zuma, and Christensen all there. Rudiger dog walked by Antonio, especially in that second half. Second half, Antonio turned into a different animal.
He took turns on them.
He took turns, like, literally.
Because Christensen got had up by Antonio earlier. Then he switched to Rudiger, and like we've seen already, it's not hard. I don't believe it's hard to mark Antonio.
That's the thing. Antonio, like, he's gonna put a body on you, but if you defend it right, you can deal with him. Like, he's not gonna. Obviously, he's fast, but he's not gonna dribble his way out of situations. So, if you're gonna get tight to him, cover the other person behind. Cover him. It's not hard.
So just give him a yard. So when he does have a foot race, you've got yards on him already. So you shouldn't be beaten. He's fast.
Christensen for Antonio's goal as well, in no man's land. It was so great. Like, you see everybody reorganizing in the box, and Christensen's looking. He's looking and seeing Antonio there, and he's not making a move to cover him. Antonio's got to tap him right in front of goal. Serious organizational
Marcus Alonso is at fault as well, because it's very easy to forget him when he's not even where he's supposed to be on the pitch in terms of a counter attack. When Yarmolenko starts.
And another aspect you've got to look at, Chelsea. Like, obviously, Pulisic has come back on a different level, a different energy, a different level. But how, like, the rest of the attack just isn't functioning either. Like, it feels like everything at Chelsea right now is just grinding to a halt. Like, where they, apart from Pulisic, they're not getting inspiration from anywhere else. Literally, they're not getting their inspiration from anywhere else.
The middle, I saw Loftus-Cheek. I don't know how long this project of Loftus-Cheek is going to take, but Loftus-Cheek, nothing.
It's tight for that one, man.
Doing nothing.
Obviously, he's another one that just came back from injury, but you can't be putting in them sort of performances coming on as a sub when your team's chasing a game.
Yeah.
Losing the ball, getting muscled off it, just not making an impact. It's not what you need when you're trying to get yourself in a manager's good books.
You're seeing Pablo for a game, and you're just thinking,
nah, come on. He hasn't had a game all season. You don't want to give it to him. You don't want to give it to him. Nah, I'd be mad as hell if I was a Chelsea fan. Is this game you want to start? Because West Ham haven't turned up they've been a disgrace this whole season. This whole season they've been a disgrace. And you don't want to, now they want to show up against us. You don't got to look at yourself in the mirror.
You got to look at yourself and take a long, hard look at yourself, because now they're, I think, 3 points clear of the bottom. And who else? Bournemouth. Just before we round up, Bournemouth at home to Newcastle. Well, I'd say that was a 4-0 result. It finished 4-1 because they got consolation, but it was 4-0. They got blitzed by Newcastle. They got blitzed by Newcastle. I'll say Maximin. Diamond danced around 3 Bournemouth players, cut back to Longstaff. What's going on there, though? Is Eddie Howe done? Because he's the longest serving manager. Do you think it's an end to the longest serving manager this season? It's over.
I feel like he'll be given another chance to bring them back up. Whether that's successful or not, that's another situation. But I think whenever I look at Bournemouth, I think, how have you survived this long with guys like Steve Cook in your defence, Charlie Daniels in your defence, Simon Francis? Like, they literally kept they've been bad defensively for so long, and it's finally catching up to them. Like, I'm so angry. Like, you've had like 5 years in this Premier League to replace Steve Cook, and he's still there doing jackass things. Huh?
They got Ake.
But you can't hold down a defense all by himself. He's tried, but like, even this season, the powers ain't been with him. He ain't looked the same this season. Like, you've got Callum Wilson up front, who's just like
Billing. They've got some investors. It just didn't work out. Come and answer for Billing, because I remember you on this platform saying like he's a world class, like he's a good player.
I said what? I said he's what?
I said good player.
Sorry, choose your words wisely right now. Choose your words wisely.
You said he's a good player.
I said he's a good player.
He's about to get relegated twice.
What do you want me to do about that? What do you want? Like, he was a good player last season. This season, it just ain't clicked. What can I tell you? What can I tell you?
Yeah, all right. Anyway, and then as for Leicester, since the restart, they've been arse as well. I think 3 draws, 1 loss. Yeah.
I think for guys like Leicester and Sheffield United, if the season had continued before lockdown happened, they'd have secured 3rd, 4th, or 5th. That easy. They'd be in that realm easy. But ever since the lockdown happened and footballs came back after that, they just haven't been able to pick up that same momentum. Obviously, teams like United have got stronger. We've got players back, and the quality is starting to show now. Obviously, Sheffield United had a very good win against Tottenham, but right now, watching that Tottenham match, it wasn't that. It's not as impressive as it sounds. That Tottenham team.
Yep.
Hey, God bless. God bless Tottenham. God bless Tottenham on your journey with Mourinho. That's all I'm gonna say. God bless you lot. You get to go through this roller coaster. For us, it's lovely to see. It's fun. Like, Mourinho's quarter balls is fun.
If the season carried on, Mourinho would have been gone by now, because it was getting a bit like gears were grinding. It was getting to that stage. It was looking like season 3 Mourinho in 3 months Mourinho. Like the 3 months. Yeah.
Nobody would even bring up Ndombele. Man would just go
bring up Ndombele and drag him. Ndombele hit a pass
for no reason.
To the stands, and they were like, "Oh, that's not going to be good in his manager's book." And the VAR thing that happened to Tottenham, that's karma, because Tottenham have been getting life with VAR. The same scenario where the ball hit a City player's hand at the start of the season and they disallowed it. Listen, the game's the game.
You've held that one in the bank since August.
Hell dear. The game's the game. And what I have to say on this issue is Tottenham, Mourinho, you guys sort it out. Actually, don't sort it out, because Tottenham's demise is always to my... Like, I'm always happy with Tottenham's demise.
Free Ndombele, man. That's all I want for that.
Free Ndombele. But if Tottenham go into next season with a centre-back pairing of Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez... Anyway, guys, it's been Game Week 32. It's been Lavish and Banks signing off. Like, subscribe, all of that stuff.